Yes, welcome back, fellas. Willow Springs Raceway Big Willow is this week's Daily Race C. So we're throwing up a lap guide now. We're in the TT. On this particular lap, we're running brake balance rear 4, rear 5. I also did a similar time with 5, but this lap is 4. So just adjust to your liking. I did even get pretty low with the 3 as well, but yeah, just play around, see how you go. Some of the secrets to this track is trying to keep part throttle in some of these long corners. So a lot of part throttle's just going to try and lift up your middle of corner speed or your apex speed just a touch higher, and allow us to get to wide open throttle even sooner as we exit the corner. Not many threshold brakings, maybe one, and a lot of delicate trail braking here. So without further ado, let's just jump on and get down to turn 1. So we're looking for the 100-meter board. It's going to be a lift off and trail down to the apex, trying to pick up a little bit of throttle as we hit the apex, and as soon as you realize you're not going to eat dirt, get to wide open throttle. Back across to the left-hand side of the track now. This is going to be a weird one. We're going to turn in and not close the throttle completely, and just a few stabs at wide open throttle here. This is just trying to lift that apex speed just a touch. Not critical, maybe when you're looking for the last couple of tenths. Wide open throttle with plenty of steering input still as we exit the corner. Going to jump back across to the right hand side of the track now, braking for the slightest bit of threshold braking at the 50 board, straight into trail braking. It's going to be a really long trail braking to a late apex here, and we're going to pick up the throttle straight away, and then once we realize we're going to make the next corner, straight to wide open throttle, lifting off as we roll past the curb, trying not to close the throttle, and a brush of brakes if the front isn't turning in, back to wide open on the exit there. Now this is a bit of a tricky one. We're going to mount the curb, keeping 2 wheels on the good stuff, a trail brake down to the exit here, then start to pick up the throttle and wide open once again when we realise we're not going to eat some dirt. Just trying to get the car gently over this crest without losing too much momentum, and using the hill to push us down this straight. Anything in the 50s there is a good second split. Holding the rev limit until it flashes a few times. Now, as we jump into slow-mo, at about the 150 board, I'm going to try and cross this cement line that's in the middle of the road there, and just the lightest of light braking, and then instantly pick up the throttle so the car doesn't slow too much. Once again, when we see the exit, pick up wide open throttle, run it all the way to the white line. Big long run to the start finish line here. Really important to nail that last corner. Plenty of time in there as we jump on board. As you can see, a little bit of braking at the 100, turning in at the 50, trying to get back to wide open as soon as possible, using a lot of the steering input here to do the braking, trying not to do too much braking with the left foot. Back across to the 50 board, sharp punch on the brakes, then back into a nice long trail braking section to let the car come around. Wide open throttle, lift off, try and keep the throttle open there and nurse the car around, and back to wide open. We're going to jump this curb, keeping 2 wheels on the road. Plenty of understeer as we push across the track there. That's probably the most difficult corner. I'm really struggling there. Just not sure how to nail that all the time. Just keep working on it. You find a nice line, chuck a top 10 ghost in there and experiment with a few of those lines. So getting back to the left here, trying to cross that line at the 150 board. You should get past it by about the 100 board, and just missing that curb with the right hand wheels. There's a little bit of a dip in the road, you'll feel the car drop, and over the line. So yeah, just back into chase cam. We'll just reiterate some of these part open throttles and really light braking applications. Just notice the brake trace on the left hand side of the rev bar there. it's just going to be a short, sharp punch here into a nice long trail braking section. Trying to release the brakes really slowly here. On this particular lap, we do have a brush of the brakes there for the eagle eyes. Still trying to keep the throttle open though. Same here, sort of a quick stab at the brake to about half brake, just to get the nose, the weight over the nose, get the car turned in. So watching for those boards on the left hand side, 200, start to turn 150, try and cross the white line by about the 100 board. Just try and glance the right hand wheels just in the dip next to that curb. That sort of pulls the car across to make sure you don't run off the track. And over the line. Yeah, good luck with that fellas. And I will see you on a stream here shortly.